Hello children, how are you? Are you people are enjoying in sitting in your home, studying through online and enjoying cold? Okay? So let's start our lesson. Now plants in water, okay? So the plants that grow in water bodies like ponds, lakes are called water plants or aquatic plants. They are classified in the following types. Okay, there are three types of water plants. What are they? First is free floating plants. Okay, and they are floating on the surface of the water. Second is fixed rooted plants. Few plants are fixed, their root is fixed at the bottom of the water and they are floating on the surface of the water. Understand? So the third one is submerged plant. Few plants under the water. Completely they are under the water. They are in the water. Okay. So now we are going to learn one by one with order. Okay. So now the first heading is free floating plants. Okay. So these are found on the surface of the water. Few plants which float on the surface of the water. Okay. So just observe this picture children. Okay. You can understand. Even I will show you picture. This is the picture of duckweed plant. These plants are very spongy because filled with air and they are floating on the surface of the water. Just observe this picture which is on the finger, how it is delicate. They freely float, okay, with the help of spongy body. Okay, say few plants which is floating on the surface of the water like sponge filled with air, not water. Okay, filled with air, so it is feel like a sponge. That's why they are floating on the surface of the water, isn't it? The third point is they have poorly developed root. Okay, their roots are not very strong and their root not fixed with the water bodies like mud. So they are floating from one place to another because their roots are not fully grown. Example of free floating plants are water hyacinth and pistia. Fixed rooted plants, okay, the plants which is floating on the surface of the water but their root are fixed at the bottom of the water bodies. So the first point is these plants have root, okay, that are fixed in the bottom of the water bodies. They are slightly floating. They are not completely, they are not moving from one place to another place. Okay, they are because they are fixed. So that's why they are known as fixed aquatic plants. Okay, because their roots fix the plants in the mud at the bottom of the water bodies. The second point is these plants have air tubes in their stem to help them float. Okay, why they are floating means on the surface of the water their stems have a halo in shape like a tube and the tube is filled with air. Okay, that's why they are floating. Now the third point is the leaves are broad and coated with wax to make them waterproof. Have you observed children? So lotus and lily, their leaves is broad like a plate, okay, and they are floating. Have you a drop of water? Have you seen ever a drop of water on the leaves of the lotus? It is like a pearl, okay, because they have a waxing coating on their leaves. This type of plants are water lily and lotus. Just observe this picture, children, carefully.